Alright guys, now I got a before and after video for you. This is a sporterized Steyr Gewehr 98 from 1915. So at some point in the last however many decades, somebody took the action from a Gewehr 98 and put it in this nice walnut stock, rebarreled it and chambered it for 308, slapped a scope on it, and here you go. Now, I have taken this out and function tested it. It shoots great. I can't really test it with a scope because, I mean, well, I did. This is a crap scope. This is an NC Star scope. It's cheap. I'm going to replace this. So I'm going to get a better scope for it, then I'll be able to do some more testing with it as far as accuracy and that kind of thing at greater distances. But just as it sits right here, great action, great trigger. I am going to go ahead and go through everything, clean it up, make sure it's all in good condition, you know, get the barrel cleaned out and that kind of thing. This thing looks like it hasn't been cleaned in quite a while. The stock itself has a couple little places on it, and it's kind of hard to see where we got some rubbing and things like that I'm going to take out, but overall the stock's actually in really good condition. You can see we've got a spot right here where they took the finish off so that when you open it and pull it back, it doesn't come into contact with the scope here, so that needs to be reblued. We've got a piece right here that needs to be reblued. So little stuff here and there. I'm not going to do a whole lot to it because it's actually in pretty good condition for what it is. Again, stock's in great shape. You know, trigger, action, everything. In general, it's in pretty good condition, but we're going to do a few things to it, tweak it up, get it looking a little bit nicer, get it cleaned up, get a better scope on it, and have it ready for hunting season, hopefully, here in about 7 months, and then we'll see how well it really works. Alright guys, here we are, all finished up, got this 308 Steyr Frankenbuild finished and ready to go. It's been a couple weeks since I did the first part of the video, so I don't remember what I did or didn't say in the first part of the video, but whoever slapped this rifle together with the old Steyr action and re-barreled and chambered it in 308 did a fantastic job. Just everything they did, even having it re-blued, because at some point this has been re-blued at the same time, the barrel and the receiver, because the receiver would not look like this and match the barrel, since this is a very, very old, probably a close to 100-year-old receiver with a newer 308 barrel. Even if it was 50 years ago that they had rebarreled it, the bluing would be off between these two. So obviously it's been re-blued. They put it in a nice walnut stock that had been hand fit to fit this rifle. The drilling and tapping for the mount and everything was done really well. I don't know if somebody did themselves or took it to a gunsmith to have it professionally done. I don't know, but they did a fantastic job. Basically all I did was take it all apart and clean it. It did have some grease in there, not like Cosmoline or anything, but somebody had obviously packed some grease in there to store it away and did it while it was dirty, because you could tell they hadn't cleaned the rifle when they packed it full of grease. So I cleaned all that out, you know, made sure everything was looking good, you know, checked on the trigger, cleaned all that out. Went ahead and got rid of that ridiculous huge NC Star scope. As you can see here, we've got a Vortex Crossfire 2, which is just a basic scope. But it works, and it's nice clean glass. This is a 4-12 by 44, much more appropriate for this rifle, I think. Haven't had a chance to dial this one in yet, but I have shot the rifle before I swapped out scopes, and it shot beautifully even before it was cleaned up. So it's I can't wait to get this to the range now that I've gotten it cleaned up and dial this scope in, because I'm really, really looking forward to this. But they did a fantastic job. I did put a couple of coats of True Oil on here just to seal up the stock. Didn't really need it. It's a nice walnut stock. But I just kind of wanted a little bit of protection on there. It was in good condition already, no cracks or anything like that. Obviously this stock, my guess, has been put on this rifle sometime in the last 20 years, give or take, and kept in good condition, but I wanted to seal it up just a little bit. Also put one of these Bronze Dog, you can get these on Amazon for about 27, 28 bucks, and it's just a leather ammo holder. You can get them for rifles, and you can get them for shotguns. Obviously got this one for rifle. It does come with leather laces, which will kind of stretch and loosen after a while. You may want to swap that out with like a boot lace or something like that, or at some point you're probably going to have to like untie this and tighten it back down, because these leather laces will stretch out a little bit. Put a pretty basic, simple little leather sling on here, and other than cleaning it up and getting it ready and making it look nice, and I mean, that's really it. That's all I did to it. Didn't really need much. I think the rifle's in really good condition. The action is beautiful. Trigger is just phenomenal. I mean, it breaks perfectly, clean, beautiful, just it's a great rifle. I don't know what to say. Somebody put a lot of time and effort into building this rifle up at some point. Who knows if it was 5, 10, 20 years ago, maybe more. I don't know. But for me to be able to pick this up at a gun show for under $400, I'm really, really happy with this. I haven't had a 308 bolt action in my collection in almost 15 years. Since before I was on YouTube, I've pretty much in the last 10, 15 years stuck to 30-06 and 308, or excuse me, 30-06 and 30-30 for my hunting rounds. So to have this, I'm really happy. Glad to have it in my collection. Can't wait to get it out and dial it in. This may be my go-to hunting rifle this year if I do actually get a chance to go out and go deer hunting. But there you go. That's it. That's the cleanup. Nice Steyr action, rebarreled to 308 and a nice walnut stock. Got a vortex scope on there, cleaned up, ready to go. I'm happy with it. But there's the after. Hope you enjoyed it. You got any questions, comments, anything like that, leave it down below, and we will talk to you guys later. Thanks.